One second. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. हरे कृष्ण वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinta Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the order of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to our next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Before that, may I know who all joined this morning?
हरे कृष्ण नित्य गंधर्विका माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Dakshadas from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, or Vaishnava Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumar Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and blessing all of us with your sweet association. Welcome to the call.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी प्लीज एक्सेप्ट माय humble obeisances all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yeshwamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shamagori Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shamagauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and thank you so much for the beautiful chanting, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah, UAE. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjri Lila Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Lila Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every single day and chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinata Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Radha Pyari Devidasi from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every single day. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining, and all glories to your services. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna Dr. Babu Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna, is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Amogh Lila Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto, 2nd chapter and its 5th verse. Before we hand over the call to Prabhuji, I request Ayan to take over the call from here and give a brief introduction. Over to you, Ayan.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandar Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Here is a brief introduction for our dear speaker, His Grace Amogh Lila Das. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj and is presently serving as the Vice President of the Dwarkadish Temple at Dwarka. He was a boy with outstanding talents right from childhood. As a child, he was quiet, but internally very quiet, but internally his spiritual desire to thank God went on increasing. Finally, after 12th standard, he left home in search for his spiritual answer. He met many religious organizations, but it was only ISKCON that could quench his spiritual thirst. He stayed in ISKCON Delhi for 3 months and later went back with his parents' insistence to complete his engineering and worked in HCL company for 6 years. It was finally in 2010 that he became a full-time brahmachari. He and his team during these testing times of COVID-19 have done commendable job serving nutritious prasadam under the Food for Life campaign to the much needed 2 lakh people in New Delhi. He has the art of combining the heavy philosophy with just the right proportion of anecdotes, one-liners, humor to leave the audience spellbound and inspire them to embrace the path of bhakti. He has helped thousands of kids from getting free from the clutches of addiction and depression. He is a life coach of many, and his lectures on stress problems, art of parenting do not need any introduction. His lectures in both English and Hindi has its own flavor and thus able to target a larger audience. We are all very grateful to have him as our speaker on Bhakti Sangha today. Here goes the brief introduction for Prabhuji. Over to you, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, and thank you so much for that brief introduction. We are eagerly waiting to hear from Amogh Lila Prabhuji, but Prabhuji is not yet on the call. I would request if devotees want to introduce themselves, please go ahead and introduce before Prabhuji joins. What's the record? Hare Krishna. Okay, let me chant
Hare
until.
Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisance. This is Priyamvada Radha Priya from Toronto, Canada.
Hare Krishna Priyamvrata Radha Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your association. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Jayananda Gauriya from Chennai. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Jayananda Gaura Hari Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining every single day, giving your association. Welcome to the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves?
Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Varsha from Delhi.
Hare Krishna Varsha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for joining in. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to have you on the call after a long time, Prabhuji. We are very fortunate to hear from you. Today's verse is 8th canto, 2nd chapter. It is 5th verse, Prabhuji. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Just curious, where are you talking from? Because the background is like the nicely cow dung.
Yes, it's my room. In Brahmachari Ashram, this is my room. And I have not got the Asian paints or tractor distemper, narrow lack. I got the cow dung.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Oh, Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji. Over to you, Prabhuji, please. Whenever you are ready, please start.
Yes, I'm ready. Okay. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braj Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braj Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braj Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, so Canto 8, Chapter 2, and chapter entitles The Elephant Gajendra's Crisis, and verse number 5. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So this verse, Canto 8, Chapter 2, verse number 5, is like this. Siddhacharana Gandharvair Vidyadhara Mahoragay Kinnarepya Sarobhishcha Kridadbhir Kandaraha Siddhacharana Gandharvair Vidyadhara Mahoragay Kinnarairapya Robhishcha Kridadbhir Kandaraha Siddhacharana Gandharvair Vidyadhara Mahoragay Kinnarapya Sarobhishcha Kridadbhir Kandaraha. Now, synonyms, translation, and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So now, synonyms. Siddha, by the inhabitants of Siddha Loka. Charana, the inhabitants of Charana Loka. Gandharvai, the inhabitants of Gandharva Loka. Vidyadhara, the inhabitants of Vidyadhara Loka. Maha Urgai, the inhabitants of the serpent. And then Lokaha, which is serpent Loka. Sorry, excuse me. Kinnarai, the Kinnaras. Apsarobhihi, the Apsaras. Cha and Kridabhi, who were engaged in sporting. Jushta, enjoyed. Kandaraha, the caves. Okay, now the translation. The inhabitants of the higher planets, the Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, Vidyadharas, serpents, Kinnaras, and Apsaras, go to that mountain to sport. Okay. Thus, all the caves of the mountain are full of these denizens of heavenly planet. So as ordinary men, so now there is purport by Srila Prabhupada, as ordinary men may play in the salty ocean, the inhabitants of the higher planetary systems go to the ocean of milk. They float in the ocean of milk and also enjoy various sports within the caves of Trikot mountain, where the adventure is going to happen. Yes. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Supadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitascha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatam Ham Mande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for inviting me. And today we are discussing a verse, very interesting verse. Which now this verse is from somebody's summer holidays. Yes. So we will go for holidays, and here is Gajendra. He has gone for holidays. Where? Celestial place. Wow. There is Trikut mountain where Siddhas, Charanas, they all descend so that they can enjoy life. Wonderful. So then the inhabitants of higher planets, the Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, Vidyadharas, serpents, Kinnaras and Apsaras go to that mountain to sport. Which mountain? Trikut mountain. Thus all the caves of the mountain are full of these denizens of heavenly planets. So somebody can say, well, why all these descriptions are required? Ultimately, we have to show that how Gajendra got caught and then how he was saved. Why such detailed description is given in the scriptures? In fact, Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't go much in these descriptions. Somewhat, of course, they are there. But if you go to Brahmana Puran, it has got even more vivid descriptions. Wow. And especially those, because Brahmana Puran is the part of those Puranas which are meant for those people who are in Rajogun. So that's why there are even more detailed descriptions about individual planets and also the kind of beings that live there, what are their bodily features. And those, when the description of bodily features comes, it becomes way too sensual. So why such descriptions are there? First reason is that such descriptions, they are there to test our bhakti. How much is deeper our resolve in bhakti? If it is real, if the resolve is very strong, it's really very deep, then such descriptions do not bewilder our intelligence. Otherwise, such descriptions are very bewildering. And one can aspire for Golok Vrindavan plus maybe sometime Yeah, maybe, so there can be a crack in resolve in case the resolve is not very strong. So that's one reason why such descriptions are there. Another reason is that when such descriptions, which are part of the material world, when they appear to be so attractive, then what to speak of the spiritual world? When the jail is so attractive, then what to speak of the spiritual world? Wow, that would be even more stunning, amazing, absolutely transcendental. So when material world is so amazing, then what to speak of spiritual world? Yeah. So that's one more reason why such descriptions are being given. One more reason that why such descriptions are given is that detail is a sign of love. So even Shukdev Goswami, when he is describing about material world, he's getting into such details because even this creation has come from Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So that's why whatever comes from Krishna, whether material or spiritual, the lover will get into all the details because that's the nature of love. We get into all the details. Fourth reason is that when we create the atmosphere, that where that actually incident happened, that's the fourth reason. So then there is more connection to that incidence, where this thing happened actually. That's why in case you want to make a particular kind of image through AI, more the details you give, more the appropriate image is there. Similarly, describing the scenario that how Gajendra would be caught and what is that place all about? Which kind of people used to come and enjoy in that place? For summer holidays, we may go to Mauritius, we may go to Seychelles, we may go to some European country, maybe New Zealand, maybe Australia, maybe South America, maybe Florida or California, or maybe Kashmir, Pahalgam. We may go to various places to enjoy, but these places are absolutely insignificant before the picnic spots of the heavenly realm. So that's why these descriptions, they create environment of the forthcoming event. What is going to happen? But this happened in this environment. And then that brings more connection with that particular event. And then the teaching, of course, which follows afterwards. So that's why such descriptions in detail, they're also required. And somehow our mind is more habitual, or somehow is more accustomed to, is to adopt to those things which are more graphical, more colorful. Yes. And then our mind connects to them. So that's why, so text is not so exciting, but images are very exciting. So that's why such the descriptions, they create image in our mind that, okay, what is this all about? Wow. So as it is mentioned that Trikut mountain is there, and Trikut mountain is a place where all of these celestial beings would descend and they would enjoy. Yes. So Trikut means three kuta. That means three, and kuta means peaks. So these are three peaks actually. So where is this Trikut mountain located? If you study in Vedic cosmology, as per Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, and also Brahmanda Puran, we see that this mountain is located in the Kshir Sagar, the Milk Ocean. So Milk Ocean is there, and there are three peaks. So there's an iron peak, there is a silver peak, and there is a golden peak. So these are three peaks actually, and they are so beautiful, so beautiful. And it has got so many caves, so many trees, and so many celestial birds which take out such musical, such fine, heart-soothing sounds, which creates the atmosphere or whatever you want to do over there. Yes. So that phase, so there are three kuts in this three good mountain. There is iron, silver, and gold. Yeah. So these three mountain peaks, they represent Nashtikam, Atmabalam, and Stharyam. That means stability, spiritual strength, Atmabalam, and Stharyam, balance. Yeah, that's there. Also, they represent that how each one of them, they represent creation, preservation, and destruction. So silver is for creation, gold is for preservation, and then iron is for destruction. Yeah. So that's why, so Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesha. So silver, Brahma, gold, Vishnu, Shiva, iron. Like that. It also represents the three main Shaktis of the Lord: Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. So these are three potencies also, which are also represented by the three peaks of the mountains, like that. And also they represent sattva, rajas, and tamas. So gold is sattva, yeah, and then silver is in rajas, and iron, tamas, like that. So that's why these peaks are there. Also, they represent past, present, and future. How Kal, time factor, is going through the entire universe. So they represent that as well. Also, mind, body, and soul. Yeah. So these are three peaks, three Koot mountain. And these three peaks are very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. And on all the peaks, one can switch from one place to another place to another place to another place. And between there is Shir Sagar, and also there is another place where there is Shir Sagar. So there are many mountains, like Mandar mountain is also there. So Mandar mountain was used by the demigods for churning. Churning of the milk ocean happened by Mandar mountain, not by Trikut ocean. Sometimes people get confused that Trikut mountain was, that was Mandar. That's a separate mountain actually. So on Mandar mountain also, the demigods, the Kinnaras, the Charanas, the Gandharvas, they go and they play. They could do all of these activities there as well. But Trikut mountain, they have got different facilities, different environment, because one is silver, one is gold, one is iron. So that's why different environments are there to enjoy in different way. So Krishna has given even material enjoyment full-fledged. In case you do not want to choose me, you want to enjoy in the material world, all right, enjoy. So now that Krishna is imposing himself onto us, that see, if you do not choose me, suffer, suffer, you rebellious beings. No. Actually, in comparison to Vaikuntha, this is Dukhalayam. In comparison to Vaikuntha, spiritual world, it is Dukhalayam. But if you see only material world, it is not Dukhalayam actually. It is Sukhalayam. And here the Sukh is Jalananda. That means pleasure in Jala. Pleasure in dead matter. It is all dead matter. Even Trikut mountain is dead matter. Yes. But all kinds of facilities there for sense enjoyment, because Krishna wants us to choose him out of choice. Not that Krishna imposes himself onto us. Let's see, what is your condition? Miserable, miserable. Choose me. Come, choose me. That's almost like imposing himself. So Krishna, he wants us to choose him. That Krishna, despite all of these celestial, sensuous, erotic enjoyment, I don't want this. I want you, Krishna. I want you. And also such descriptions are there that how, when Gajendra would be caught, it is to tell us that you may be placed in a very wonderful situation of life. All comforts are there. You are having your wife, your children, you are on a holiday, enjoying. Anytime, anything can happen. And then there comes a twist and turn. The sad turn can come anytime. Anytime. Like we see USA, prosperous country. In fact, many Americans, they believe that it's the #1 country in the world. But we see that when Corona came, the medical system collapsed. Many of the developed countries, so to say, actually their medical system collapsed. And when it came, it just came. All of the money, wealth, resources, everything turned out to be futile. God. So we may be having our, you and I, in this beautiful world. Hey, hey, oh, enjoy. Yo. Anytime, anything can happen. So that's why this particular description, that how Trikut mountain, which is the place of celestial pleasure, anything can happen. Yes. In fact, Ravana also wanted to enjoy. First, he had this plan that I'll make Lanka in Trikut, that all of us will stay there. But then he could see that, these people keep coming there, and so I should at least get a peak of it. So he tried to break a peak of it, the golden peak. It has got silver peak, iron peak, and golden peak. So he wanted to break the golden peak and bring to Lanka peak, but he could not do that. So he made his own fake Trikut mountain in Lanka. Golden, silver, iron. This comes in Adhyatma Ramayana, that how Ravana made his artificial Trikut mountain. So it's like Trikut mountain, it represents Nashtikam, stability, Atmabalam, spiritual strength, Stairyam, which is balance, yeah, or creation, preservation, destruction, or Icha Shakti, Gyan Shakti, Kriya Shakti, or Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, or past, present, and future, or body, mind, and soul. So these three mountains, as per Adhyatma Ramayana, First mountain represents unchecked ego. Ravan had unchecked ego. Who can stop me? I am unstoppable, guys. That's one mountain. Second mountain is desire to control the universe. Who is the ultimate controller of the universe? Krishna, Vishnu, Narayan. They are the controller. But yes, this desire that I should control the universe. All beings, all things, I am to control. So this desire to control the universe is the second peak of the Srikut mountain. And then third peak represents challenge to divine authority, including even Lord Shiva and Vishnu. I'll challenge them. Rebellious. So this rebellious nature is represented by the third peak. So in this way, he got his artificial Trikut mountain, but he could not get that original Trikut mountain. Actually, Trikut mountain is not being created by anyone, not by tectonic plates, and then they collided and then started, and then there was mountain. Okay. Right from very beginning of creation, Trikut mountain exists. That means it is there as divine entity there in the universe. So that's why nobody can break them, or if it is because of tectonic plates or something happened, or after some event it came into being. No, it's not like that. So Trikut mountain is right from very beginning of the universe itself. Yeah. Its height is 10,000 yojanas. By the way, 1 yojana means 8 kilometers. Yeah. In some other places, depending on which dimension we are, but usually it is 8 kilometers. So 10,000 yojanas means 10,000 multiplied by 8. That makes 80,000 kilometers. That's the height of this. So it's unimaginably high. We can't see it because it's on different realm. We can't see through Voyager 1, Voyager 2. Hey, that's can you see that? We got latest snaps from our Voyager 1, and we could see that, and there were 3 mountains. One was golden in color, and there was iron in color, and then the silver. We saw 3 mountains. Now we can't see because it's on different dimension altogether. So that's why we can't see these mountains. But yes, it's huge, actually. It's huge. So it is placed in cosmic ocean. Yeah, Shir Sagar is there. And heavenly beings from different planets. Above we have Bhuvar, and then Swargaloka, and then we have Maharloka, Janloka, Tapaloka, and Brahmaloka. From all these different planetary systems, they can come to Kshir Sagar, and then they can enjoy, they can sport. They have river rafting, not river rafting, but yes, almost sometimes people they swim, and they have various kind of sports on the ocean. Yeah, or say sometimes what do they call it? Sometimes they have swimming competitions. All of this in Milk Ocean. But somebody can say Milk Ocean. But we have heard that demigods along with Brahmaji, they go to Milk Ocean for praying to Shirodaksha Vishnu. Is that while swimming and they are playing in unison, they say, hey, that's Vishnu, huh? Garuda Vishnu, hey, we are demigods, we are Kinras, Gandharvas, yay, Lakshmi ji, Hare Krishna to you. Is this possible? No. We see that when the demigods, they go and offer prayers in the Milk Ocean, they could not see, nor they could hear. Brahmaji could not even see, but he could hear the voice of the Lord when he's offering Purusukta. So when he's offering the prayers, so he could hear the response from the Lord. Okay, I'll come. I'm coming in this particular time. I'm coming. Okay, Ravan is there. Okay, I'll be coming. I'll come as Ram. Okay, all of you take birth as Vanaras. So in this way, Brahmaji could hear. Demigods were clueless. What's happening? Brahmaji said, I had a talk with the Lord. He said he's coming. Oh, you had a talk. So demigods cannot even see, they cannot even hear Shridaksha Vishnu, from whom all the avatars they come. So Kshir Sagar has got different platforms. One is the spiritual realm, another is the material one. So these demigods, the Kinnaras, the Gandharvas, the Charanas, Apsaras, all of them, they are there on the material part, the material dimension of the Kshir Sagar. Swimming and then enjoying, and then so even the churning of the ocean, it happened on this platform, the worldly platform, actually, because then demigods are there and they're churning. The spiritual platform, the spiritual dimension of Kshir Sagar, where the Trikut mountain is located, that is inaccessible to the demigods. To Brahmaji, it's partially accessible, but it is not accessible to anyone else. So that's why one should not feel bewildered that how come Trikut mountain, which is placed in Milk Ocean, so these demigods might be seeing Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Garbhodaksha Vishnu, of course, is down at the bottom part of the universe. The entire universe is Brahma Anda. It's the Anda, that means egg of Brahmaji. So it is a Brahma Anda. So that's why it is known as a Brahma Anda. Yeah. So at the bottom, it is half filled with the Garbhodak Sagar, where there is Garbhodaksha Vishnu. And above, on a different platform, there is Kshir Sagar actually. Yeah. It is not in the line of the 14 planetary systems. No. So, so almost like in the line with Swarga, little higher than that, but on different dimension altogether, different platform altogether, there is Milk Ocean. So all of them, they have access to the material dimension of the Milk Ocean, but not the spiritual dimension of the Milk Ocean, where Kshirodaksha Vishnu resides, actually. So this is the Trikut mountain, where all these Gandharvas, they could go and enjoy life. So here it is mentioned that Siddhas would go. So Siddhas, they are from the Siddhaloka, as it is mentioned that in the word meaning, in the synonyms, that Siddhas are from Siddhaloka. So Siddhaloka is part of the planetary system of Brahmaji's Loka. So Brahmaji's Loka is also people who are very evolved beings, very learned, very scholarly beings. And on the same planetary system, there is a Siddhaloka. Yeah, so Siddhalokas, that means they are Siddhas, they are perfected beings in terms of knowledge, in terms of mystical powers, in terms of etiquettes, in terms of culture, they are Siddha. So that's almost like Vaikuntha. Siddhaloka is almost like Vaikuntha. So in Siddhaloka, somebody can reach there, and whatever last few chapters of devotion are to be completed, they can do it, and then they can enter Vaikuntha Dham. They can do that. Siddhaloka is like this. Some of the Siddhas, they can also come to lower planetary systems to educate others and inspire others. Effulgent beings, they're very effulgent, very illustrious beings, Siddhas. So sometimes it is mentioned Siddhaloka as a satellite planet of Brahmaloka, but it's actually not a satellite planet of Brahmaloka. It's on the same realm, but still it is a different planet altogether, Siddhaloka. So people are Siddhas, they all have Ashta Siddhis. They have all the 8 mystic perfections are there by birth, and that to heightened one, but they are not allured by this. They all are after spiritual pursuits. They are hungry, they are for spiritual perfection. Although they are perfect, but perfect people, even they hanker for even more perfection and even more perfection. So those are the Siddhalokas, the residents of Siddhaloka. So they are, so Siddhas, they are known as Siddhas. Also there are Charanas. So there is Charana Loka. So Charana Loka is on the platform of Indraloka. So Charanas, they stay there, and they can also travel from one loka to another loka, like that. So Charanas, they can do this, and they are very mystical singers. They are spiritual beings, yeah, and sometimes they are associated with devas and sometimes with rishis as well, and they are very expert. They are very expert musicians, singers, and they are spiritual travelers. In case a demigod has to send a message to someone on a different platform, on a different planet, usually they request from the Charanas, can you send them? Although they are also expert, but yes, so Charanas are usually the travelers, the spiritual travelers, and they're very well versed in the art of devotion. They're very humble, yeah, knowledgeable, and they are travelers and singers and musicians, and they're believed to assist the demigods, like that. And so mostly they have travelers and they are educators actually, yeah. And along with them, so it's mentioned in this verse that there are, apart from, yeah, so Kinnaras are also mentioned. Yeah. So Kinnaras are actually mix of humans and animals, like that. So there can be a mix. So like there are some of the sages who are like horse and a man. So they are like humanoid. So it's a mix of one animal and human being. So is not Narsingadev, he comes in category of Kinnara because he's like half man, half lion? No. He's Vishnu avatar, so he's not the one. Neither Jamvan. Jamvan is also like, he's BA, but he speaks, but he's actually not Kinnara. Similarly, Kakbhushundi. Kakbhushundi is also not a Kinnara. Although he is a crow, but he's the most learned crow, actually. If somebody has to learn the glories of Lord Ram, he is the one. Kagbushundi is there. So Kagbushundi is also, doesn't he come in that category of kinnaras, mix of humans and animals? No, that's so. These are some of the exceptions, of course, in kinnaras. But these kinnaras, they are mix of the human beings as well as the animals, like that. And usually the upper part of the body, that's human, and the lower part of the body is that of the animal, like that. Usually it happens. And they're all very expert in and they're very knowledgeable, and they're very intelligent. They also assist, especially they are like guides to some of the divine people, like say for example Kuber. So he has got some of the kinnaras, and they're also very expert in music. They have various kind of performances in the divine courts of celestial beings, and they can also travel to different planetary systems. They can also go to Indra Loka to do something for Indra, like that. So in this way, they can travel from one planetary system to another planetary system, like that. So there have been few examples, there was in Mahabharata, there comes the example of Chitrasen, who was a great musician actually in Mahabharata. Yeah. And who entertained Indra when Arjuna visited the planet of Indra, yeah, and that means Swargaloka. So that means, so at that time, so Chitrasen was the one, and from him he learned music, which he used during his exile. So Chitrasen is one of the kinnaras. So that's why. So they are very expert in music, the kinnaras. Yeah. Also, there comes the example. Sorry, the class of people who would visit Trikut mountain so that they can enjoy. So there are other varieties as well. So yeah, and yeah, so Vidyadharas are very knowledgeable people. So especially they are very expert in Atharva Veda and Upanishads. And Vidya means knowledge, so Dhara means the one who holds. So one who holds divine knowledge, lot of knowledge, especially knowledge about mysticism. So they are known as Vidyadharas. Yeah. So and of course they have a divine beauty. They follow rituals very nicely. And often when there is a yajna is to be performed, so often Vidyadharas are called because their pronunciation is very articulate, and they are very well versed in Shastra. So any kind of yajna is to be performed, whether on Mahar Loka or Jana Loka or Siddha Loka or Brahma Loka. So usually Vidyadharas are invited, and Vidyadharas are beautiful beings, and they are very expert in rituals and sacrifices. So like, and they are also like spiritual advisors. So in case Indra has to take any guidance, so he would request some of the Vidyadharas up who is expert in a particular branch of knowledge. So Vidyadhara, so they are the one who have Vidya, knowledge, like that. Gandharvas are, of course, they are also celestial beings who are very expert in singing, dancing, especially. They are into beauty, they are into creativity, writing poems and reciting poems in a very, very melodious way. And Gandharvas, often they are also there to create environment to do a particular activity, in case you want to acquire knowledge. So a certain kind of music inspires that you absorb knowledge. Certain kind of music creates environment that you enjoy. So Gandharvas, they, by their performances, they create such environment that everyone can do whatever they want to do. So there is one planet which is known as Gandharva Loka, which is above us, above earthly planetary system. There is Gandharva planetary system, and so below Swarga, but above earthly planets, so in between. So it's part of the Bhuvar Loka basically. But they can travel from one planetary system to another planetary system, and usually they are there with Varuna, Agni, and Indra. So they have their own group of performers, and they do it for different beings, and they do it very, very nicely. It's not, there is no as such egoistic issue that, oh, how come we are dancing and singing, what do you think of us, who we are? No, they do it that, yeah, well, it is our duty and everyone appreciates, and that's nice. So they are so expert in music that in case that people want rain, so just by singing they can create rain with thunder sound as well. In case the lamp are to be lighted, so Gandharvas, when they sing, they are so expert in singing that they can light a lamp by their singing. So they create the mood of a certain activity, of certain environments. So Gandharvas, they are very expert in doing that. So Gandharvas, so they are very expert in music, and they're also devotional people. Yeah. And in this way, they serve the different platforms or different planetary systems for a certain activity to happen. So Gandharvas are like this. So in this way, Gandharvas, they assist. And they're known as semi-divine beings because they're not really very scholarly, but they have got artistry, making paintings, dancing, etc. So they make the environment very colorful. So Gandharvas are like that. And yes, so Vidyadharas are also there. So which one is now? Apsaras. Apsaras are, again, Apsaras are females, and they assist the Gandharvas in singing and dancing and all that. So they also do this. So Apsaras. So like Urvashi is one of the famous Apsara whom Arjuna met in Swarga when he was there. When he went to meet his father. So when he saw Urvashi, and Urvashi was with her seductive gestures, she approached Arjuna and he said, Mataji, Hare Krishna. And she became angry. How dare you call me Mataji? You call me Mataji? Am I Mataji? Am I not beautiful? No, you are beautiful. But they can be beautiful, Mataji. What nonsense. So she cursed, and I curse you, since you don't have manhood. You don't have that manliness, that masculine quality to appreciate beauty of a woman. I curse you, that may you become a eunuch. In this way, he was cursed. So he went to his father, Papa, I respected her. I called her Mataji. And that's the topmost respect to a woman. And then, but she felt bad. She felt insulted. And she cursed me this, that I am to become a eunuch. He said, okay, let me modify the curse. Yeah, you will be eunuch, but only for 1 year. And that year you will choose. So Arjuna chose that 1 year during the exile when there was Agyatwas, when they are to stay incognito. So to hide himself incognito, so he was there as Kinnara. Sorry, he was there as a eunuch. So so that he can be in music, which he learned from Chitrasen, and he disguised himself. So he could not be recognized like that. So Apsaras are there, celestial beauties. Yeah, they are very expert in dancing, and there's no restriction of sense enjoyment. So anyone who is performing and the one who is seeing the performance, after the performance, they can enjoy. So God has given so much facility for sense enjoyment. In fact, if somebody reads these sections of the heavenly planets and higher planetary systems, the way they enjoy, even that can stop the flow of bhakti. One may think, well, Krishna consciousness is good, but maybe after some time, maybe after 2-3 lifetimes. After 2-3 lifetimes, I'll become very serious in bhakti. But before that, I got some other plans. Such description of the heavenly planets. Wow. And such sections also create faith in scriptures for those people who are looking for knowledge. So scriptures say, you're interested in sense enjoyment. I've got good address for sense enjoyment in a legitimate way, no sin, just enjoyment. You want that? I got those sections. Come. So such people, when they read such sections in the scriptures, their faith in the shastras increase. And wow, man, by doing this yagya, this fire sacrifice, I'll go to heaven. I'll enjoy with apsaras. Ooh. This particular section, which is part of Karma Kanda, is used by Muslims. You'll get 72 virgins to enjoy. Just use yourself as a suicide bomber. Yeah. Just go to Pahalgam, shoot the tourist, and then you will get the heavenly nymphs, damsels, apsaras. Enjoy. Their skin is soft like rose. Their lips are full of nectar. Their eyes are shining. And when they embrace you, each and every sense is delighted to the extreme extent. And they're not just 1 or 2, 72. Yes. So just become a suicide bomber and enjoy life in heaven. So in this way, many people are allured by such sections in Quran. But yes, we should understand that such sections are there just so that people can have faith in Shastras. So that while reading these sections, ultimately one would come to those sections as well, which talk about spirituality, bhakti, purity, selfless devotion. So that's what such sections are there in the Shastra. So I'll stop here. Anybody has any question? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Okay, Hardi Shah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Rangi Radha Mataji. Hanji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Am I
Yes.
audible,
Hare
Prabhuji?
Krishna.
Yes, both of you are audible.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, continue. I ask later.
Okay, Sundarangi Mataji, you may ask your question. Okay, Hardi, you ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your association. I have two questions. That maybe that milk ocean which is mentioned, it can be that when Priyavrat Maharaj divided Bhumandala into 7
No,
dvipas
no,
and
no,
that
no, no,
milk
no.
ocean.
No, no,
It's
no.
not?
That's different. Actually, that's part of the Bhumandal. Actually, okay,
Okay.
Bhumandal is
So
different.
it,
Actually, Bhumandal.
yeah,
Yeah, there is a Dvipa, there
yeah.
is an ocean. There is a Dvipa, there is an ocean. There is a
Ocean.
Dvip.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Chandradvip is known as Jambudvip. Yeah, so
Yes.
that's a different thing actually.
So that's it different. Okay. And
Yeah,
the
so
second
there is
question
a
is
salt ocean.
all
There is also other oceans are also there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So a second question is you had I think already answered, but I might didn't get it, so I'm asking it again. That okay, to make our faith firm, only this kind of descriptions are there, but there are this kind of sensuous descriptions are there in other Puranas, other Shastras also, and the Srimad Bhagavatam is particularly for the pure devotees, for the pure devotion, and it is
Yes.
mentioned in the second shloka itself, Dharma Projita Kaitavotra.
Yeah.
Then why this kind of, and especially lusty kind of affairs descriptions are also there, Agnidhara and Purvachitti and all, where there is no devotional teachings. So why is it so?
No, there is a devotional teaching. Here also, I mentioned there are 7 reasons why such descriptions are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. 7 reasons are there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear my lecture from the very beginning?
Yeah. I noted it, but I have still didn't get it because Bhagavad there are descriptions
The
in
real
other shastras
message,
also. This kind of.
real message not in this verse
Okay.
actually. Real message which comes forth.
Okay.
That even in such a situation,
Okay.
if you are situated in such a situation, even then
Okay.
something wrong can
Okay.
happen. Even then. So someday,
Okay.
when we are very comfortably situated, that I'm living a very comfortable life, my children are settled, my wife is settled, my husband is settled, and now we also have got bank balance, we are healthy, we do pranayama, we have cow milk, and we have got fruit in the morning, and then we also do pranayama, and that way we are living a very happy life, sir. Anytime, anything can happen. Even with someone who is enjoying not just on earthly platform, but on heavenly platform, Trikut mountain. So we should know that's the nature of the material world. Yeah.
Okay.
That's we should understand. So that's the real message. The verse which I covered today doesn't contain the real message. So I only discuss who are Kinnaras and Vidyadharas and the Apsaras. So Charanas or Siddhas, I described them, but today the real message was in between. That even such beings are also part of the material world. They're in the cycle of birth and death. And Krishna has given us this facility that we are to, that even with, if you want to enjoy without Krishna, Krishna has given you full facility. He's not imposing himself on you.
Okay.
We have to choose Krishna. That Krishna, I don't want this 3-coat or 4-coat or 10-coat. I want you, Krishna. I want Giri Govardhan. I don't want 3-coat mountain. I want Giriraj Dharan. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. Thank you, Abdi Mataji, for the nice question. And thank you, Prabhu, for explaining it so nicely. Prabhuji, I can see one more hand raised. iPhone, I think, Prabhuji or Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna,
iPhone 16,
Mataji.
17.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful lecture. Sorry, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I had this question, like in your one of the classes, you were explaining about Brahma Rakshas and Jayapataka Swami Maharaj's disciple. And I interrupted you for another question, so you sort of I did not have this fortune to listen to that story. So can you continue that if it is okay
Story
with
was.
you? Brahma Rakshas with one eye used to sit in your Dwarka temples. Some brahmacharis took in
Oh, okay,
one
okay. That one
pouch.
was Dwarka. That was ISKCON East of Kailash. There was one Shiva temple next to our ISKCON temple in East of Kailash. Now people come to ISKCON temple because it's such a vibrant atmosphere, and there's hardly anyone who goes to this Shiva temple. It's a small temple, no festivity, no culture, no education, no training, nothing. So people do not come. So out of enviousness, he sent 129 Brahma Rakshasas to our temple. So they were like 4 feet high, one eye, red teeth, dark figures, ferocious looking, stout built body. So they would 129 in our brahmacharya ashram. We all saw, all brahmacharis, we saw these Brahma Rakshasas. So when we do Sankirtan, they would go away, but again they would come back. So what to do? So then finally we had to request one disciple of Sri Jayapataka Maharaj, who is also exorcist. So he said, okay, I'll take them away. They go, then they also come back. So I'll take them away permanently. So all the brahmacharis, please vacate brahmachari ashram. So we all were asked to go out of the ashram, and then he did yagya. So in glass bottles, he caught them, and all these 129 Brahma Rakshasas were taken away by him. Like that. And then he dumped them inside one pit so that they do not come out.
My God. Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Can I
Those
ask you?
stories, interesting stories.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Can I ask you two more very small questions? Is it okay, Prabhuji?
Okay, after this question?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Prabhuji. Okay.
Yes, Mataji. Gaurangi
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, it's interesting that you start detailing these types of, I guess, species. I don't know, because just yesterday, my daughter and I, we were speaking about apsaras, and her word for it was fairies. But I wonder if you could. I know you said that their job is to assist Gandharvikas, right?
The Gandharvas, yes.
Or I'm sorry, Gandharvas. Well,
Yeah.
Gandharvika is female and Gandharva is male. No?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so, well, for one thing, what do you mean? How would they assist? And also, Gandharvas, you said that their job is like of a dutiful nature. This part I didn't understand either. Dutiful, I mean, meaning dutiful to simply entertain and entertain whom?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. They do it for their personal entertainment as well as entertainment of their lover, sometimes for the entertainment of the higher beings, sometimes creating the atmosphere for certain things to happen. So Gandharvas are not just into singing and dancing. Apsaras are primarily into dancing, singing and dancing, but the Gandharvas are into writing poems, reciting them, and doing such works as well. You know, having beautiful houses. Gandharvas do, and they do all of these things as well. Paintings, sketching. Just by looking at you, just once, a Gandharva can make such a nice painting. You would say that this painting is even more beautiful than me. Wow. Gandharvas are into all these artistry as well. So they are more multi-talented than the Apsaras. Apsaras are primarily into singing and dancing. Or Gandharvikas, they're also into. But Apsaras are primarily into singing and dancing.
Oh, okay.
And they
Okay.
enjoy it. They don't do it for salary. They love it.
Oh, like that. Oh, when you say dutiful, you mean
No
like that.
salary. Yeah.
Yeah. And just one thing, you also would often say that this loka is on the platform of this other loka. What does that mean? They're on the same platform.
Okay, just like, we have this earthly platform. So we have
Yeah.
Earth and we have different planets on the same platform. Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
like that.
There are different planes of
Yes.
existence.
Oh.
So not just physical dimension, but also in terms of accessibility. We can't access those dimensions. Of course, our Voyager 1, Voyager 2 have gone through only this dimension. We have not gone up, we have not gone down, only gone in this direction. So that's why we only access things which are on this dimension. On this dimension also there are different dimensions. Like when we went to moon recently, we saw it is all desert actually. We could not see Chandraloka where people are there welcoming our Chandrayaan satellite, or sorry, Chandrayaan space shuttle. Hey, welcome guys, you're from India. Nice, happy to see you guys. No welcome. There was no one there. Why? Because we entered moon on earthly dimension. We did not enter moon on lunar dimension. That's why now scientists they believe that space is also relative. There is relativity of time. There is also relativity of space. So that's why there is now this concept that black holes are maybe entry point into new time zones. So when we enter, that's a black hole. When we are into it, that's a wormhole. And when we exit, that's a white hole. And now we are on different space dimension. There we can see, oh, there are different beings actually. So currently scientists have got theories about them, but actually there are different dimensions of space. So that's why on moon, we don't see anything. It's all desert.
But you said
there are movies that some alien comes into being and he attacks the astronaut and all that. But that's more of a fiction actually, because we don't go to moon or other planets, even Neptune or Saturn, but we go on earthly platform, not on their platform of existence.
But lunar means moon, of the moon. So what does it mean to say we entered moon from earthly platform? It sounds like an oxymoron.
Yeah, because space is not just physical space actually. It's a subtle space. Space is very subtle. So we are on this platform. That means in terms of length, breadth, and height, the things which we can access.
Okay.
Or those things can access us. So we are on same platform.
Actually. Okay.
Like even aquatic life is on different platform in terms of existence. We can't interact with them somewhat, although we can, some theoretically, but actually it's a different platform of existence. But when you talk about moon, having its own dimension of existence, it's like space, which is inaccessible to us. Because in space also, we are having a different dimension. Just like sometimes in a building, there is a lift. But certain floors, we can't go with that lift. There is another lift, actually, which takes us to only those floors, which are like VIP floors. Yeah. So similarly, for space also, we can't go to the spaces which are beyond earthly spaces. So with our space shuttles, we can only approach earthly dimension of these planets. So that's why with our space shuttle, we can't see the planets below, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Salatal, Lasatal, Mahatal, Patal, nor above, Bhuvarlok or Swargalok. And that's why science can't say, we saw, there is nothing above, man. It's all dark, nothing. So it's inaccessible to us.
So even if we were to, quote unquote, go to Mars, we could only approach that part of Mars that is accessible from an earthly platform?
Exactly, yes.
Well, I don't even understand
when you go to Mars, it's all sulfuric acid. There is always a rain of sulfuric acid. So that's accessible to us. That sulfuric acid platform of existence on earthly platform. But not really someone who's residing there. We can't. And that's why whether life is on other planet or not, it's always a topic of research for the scientist. But how can there be junk matter? How can God create junk matter where nobody is residing? There are people residing, but inaccessible to us.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Welcome always.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji. I from Mataji, she wanted to ask another question.
Yes.
Mataji, would you like to go ahead?
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Sorry for taking your time so much. Prabhuji, I had this question, like Gajendra being in a body of elephant, we can understand that he had this grace that he can chant Sanskrit shlokas. Did he chant it within his heart, or did he speak out to Krishna? That is very much confused.
Yes, there was recitation, Gajendra. And those prayers are there, Gajendra's prayers, very beautiful prayers.
So how can he chant Sanskrit, Prabhuji? Elephant.
that's also given by our acharyas, because in previous life he's what's his name?
Indradyumna Maharaj.
Indradyumna. Yes, Indradyumna. So that's why from a past life he knew these verses. And the elephant of the higher planetary system, it would not be an elephant of our elephant, an Indian elephant or African elephant or Russian elephant or a white elephant or a blue elephant. Special elephant.
Okay. Special elephant, that's why he could talk. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
of
thank you,
course.
Prabhuji.
And he has got his
And-
sanskars of past life being Indradyumna.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I had this confusion since a long time. And Prabhuji, what is Brahma Bhuyaya? What is Brahma in Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate Shloka? You can answer in short, Prabhuji. Sorry for taking
That
time.
means you are as pure as Brahm. Not that you merge into Brahm. You become as pure as Brahm. Brahm is Trigunatit, beyond three modes, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So that is Brahma. So soul, when it becomes Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, that means soul also is now making activities, dealings, exchanges at the level of purity of Brahman. Not Brahman itself. In Brahman, there is no activity. But when you become as pure as Brahm, in the spiritual world, you are acting spiritually. There is no influence of three modes of material nature. There is no sattva, there is no rajas, there is no tamas. It is all Vasudeva Sthiti, divine platform. So you are Trigunatit. So you become as pure as Brahm. Not that you yourself become Brahm. No, there's a difference between the two. Brahm is formless, but soul having a form. Brahm is all expanding light coming from the body of the Lord. That's Brahm, Brahma Jyoti. Yeah. But soul is Jiva Shakti. It's a spark of Jiva Shakti of the Lord. Brahman has knowledge but no desires. Soul can have knowledge, can have desires. Brahman is only conscious. Soul is conscious plus desires plus knowledge. Here there is only knowledge and consciousness. But desires, no, Brahman doesn't have any desires, desireless. So there is difference between Brahm and soul. So can soul merge into Brahm? No. Soul is avyayam, insoluble, as per Bhagavad Gita. Soul is insoluble. So it does not really merge into Brahma and become one with Brahm. So it's not a, from here there is Brahma and then soul comes. La 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 la. 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 Is it like this? No, it's not like this. So soul doesn't merge into Brahman. Soul can become free from the influence of three modes. It becomes Trigunatit. So Brahma Bhuvaya Kalpate is that platform of existence.
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Pranam. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Sama Gauri Mataji.
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. And thank you so much for your time and association, Prabhuji. You are very busy, but you still take out some time and come to give class in Bhakti Sangha conference call. We are very grateful to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I have a question like Gandharvas. They sing and write poems and like that, and apsaras they dance. So what is the like Mataji was saying Gandharvika? So is that the thing there in celestial planet? And so why Radharani is called Gandharvika?
Because she is very expert in all of these sciences. And that too, all these different sciences originate from Srimati Radharani. Singing originates from Srimati Radharani. Dancing originates from Srimati Radharani. And that too for Krishna. When all of these arts and talents are misused in the material world for our own pleasure, that's being given to all of these Gandharvas and Gandharvikas and Apsaras and all that. But originally, who is the most expert dancer? Who becomes even guru of Krishna? Krishna learns dancing from Srimati Radharani, singing from Srimati Radharani, poems from Srimati Radharani. So Krishna is Adi Guru. But who is the guru of this Adi Guru? Srimati Radharani. So that's why she is known as Gandharvika. But she is not Gandharvika at Gandharvika platform. She is Gandharvika on spiritual platform. श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय। गंधर्वी
Jai.
ताज की
Thank
जय।
you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. All right, Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Thank you, Prabhuji.
jai.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class. We will look forward for your association again in the future. Thank you, Prabhu. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpa
Yasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमो
नमः।
नमः।
Jai Srila
जय
सकलपतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
जय
सिन्धुभ्येव च
All glories to
Grace
Lord
Amogh
पतितानां
Lila
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada
पावनेभ्यो
ki
वैष्णवेभ्यो
jai.
नमो नमः।
Hare Krishna.
Nanda.
Hare
Jai
Krishna,
ho.
Hare Krishna.